Okay, now so we've already set up our Laravel project. So now let's create our model. So aside from doing it in the terminal, so we can also do it, or aside of doing it in terminal or git bash or command line, we can also do it in our built-in terminal here in our Visual Code. So let's divide it into two screens, uh, because we'll be allotting the left side for Laravel commands and the right side for the VueJS commands or npm commands. Okay, now first let's set up our model. So to create a model, so just create php artisan make model. So let's name it task, and we also want that a migration would be made along with the model. So let's put -m. Enter. So now, so our migration was also made along with the model. So what we're gonna do is that let's go to our model first. So we can find our models under app folder. So we can see here's the task. So here, so the model is also communicating data to the database. Okay, so now we'll be adding some fillables. So it's protected fillable. So fillable means that these are the data or attributes that will be filled up through this method. So we'll be filling up our name and the body, and lastly the user ID for our task model. So now, so that's basically it. So if we also want to okay, before that, let's go punta tayo sa database. Okay, so aside sa model, nakapagawa rin tayo ng ng migration. So you can see the migration under the database, then migration. So we'll see nandito yung task, create task table. Okay, so ito yung default na ginawa niya. So there's a table named tasks. So you can also change this if you want. Here may custom table. So automatic na siya na pag na ma-assign siya dito na model. So which is nice. So that's less hassle for us. So now let's create. So aside yan, so let's add our fields here in the database. So it's table. So again, we don't need to do everything in PHP admin, so we just write the codes in Laravel. So that's user ID for the unsigned integers. So we can see more of the eloquent. So this is called eloquent. So the documentation. So let's search eloquent Laravel. So you can see na maraming pwedeng paggamitan nito. So check nyo lang. So meron yung list of saan na yun? So, hanapin ko na lang mamaya. Para, di ba? So, marami pa yung stocks. So, yun, aside sa user ID, so, meron tayong name. So, table, string, name, and also the table, string, body. Okay, so that's basically our task migration. Okay. So after this, so we need to create our controller. So to create a controller, let's just type php artisan make controller. So let's name our controllers tasks controller dash dash resource. So now we'll see our controllers under app, and then http, then controllers, and here we have the task controller. Okay. So now let's try to use this. So after we made the controller, let's set up our routes. So the routes, we can see it under the routes folder, and let's edit using the web.php app. Okay. So to create a route for our controller, so let's just route resource tasks task controller. So this just basically calls our controller, which is the task controller, and this will be displayed under the URL tasks. So now let's try to see if this route is working. So let's go back to our task controller, and under index, let's print something. Let's say just it works. Now let's go to the Laravel web app. Then it's called tasks. So typo. Yan. So see, it works. So now let's set up our Laravel controller method. So first, let's set up our index method. Okay. So for index, so this method will be used for us to retrieve data. So let's just pick a variable task. So when we did that in, so let's type out again. So when we see this one, so this just click enter para automatic na maglabas yung library para kung kailan natin siya gabitin. Then user. Okay, so we forgot something. So we still need to set up a relationship between the user and the tasks. So a user can have many tasks. So let's just go to our model user. And let's put in here the relationship. That's public function tasks. So return this. So has many tasks. So let's enter that one. Class. Okay, so now we have a relationship and we can use it in our controller. Okay, going back here, so let's retrieve the data. So let's return response. So they'll be returning it in JSON format. Let's name it tasks and task. Okay, now so let's try putting up some dummy data for a task. So it's or okay. So before we continue, so as you can see, we don't have a table here yet called task, but now we have the migration already that have task. So let's just reload everything. So let's call PHP artisan migrate. So let's migrate it and then refresh. So forgot. Okay, so nasobrahan din ng colon. So that's PHP artisan migrate refresh. Wait, so basically it resets sa database from the start. So bali tanggalin niya yung lahat na nandun and migrate niya ulit. So now meron na tayong check natin ulit. So meron na tayong task table. So wala pa siyang laman. So lagyan natin ng dummy data muna. User. So again, wala pa tayong user. So register na tayo ulit. Register tayo ulit. So yan. So let's check the user ID. Okay. ID1. Sige, gawa tayo ng dummy data. So ID1. So Christian. Sige, name of the task is coding to list web app. Yes, ID1. So investing. Let's try lang tayo. And now so let's go execute this. So now as you can see, we already inserted some dummy data. So na pagpunta yun doon sa tasks, so mag-return siya ng data. So ito yung unang nilagay natin ito. So naka JSON format siya. Okay, so that's it. So makaka-retrieve na tayo ng data in Laravel. So now we'll be storing data in Laravel. So let's go back. Store data. So before we store, so we must validate it. So request validate. So we have two fields. So that's name of the task and it is required. Body required pa rin. And task, so request So this just basically gets the user input data tasks. So there's the relationship between user and tasks. And ito, insert na niya. So that's great. Insert na siya. So hindi na natin yung kailangan ilagay yung buong insert into. So we just need to call the some methods here in Laravel. So name. So to retrieve the data being passed, so let's just call request and the name. Body. Okay, so after we have created or inserted this one to the database, so let's get the response. So return response JSON task message task has been created. Yan lang. Okay. So, ganyan gawin yung insert sa Laravel. Now, update na naman. So, copy-paste na natin yung code kasi there's some similarities lang naman. There's a little tweak. So, update. As you can see, meron na siyang ID. So, ito yung parameter natin para mag-update siya. So, it's the same. So, meron pa rin validation. So, ito tayo sa task mag-change. So, it's still request user tasks where ID, and then put our ID here na ipapasa. Update request. Okay, so change lang natin to updated. And lastly, we need to delete the task. So this what will destroy, but instead of ID, this just call tasks kasi para sa routes to siya ipapasa. Task, then delete. Ganun lang kadali. Task, delete. Copy-paste lang natin tong feedback. Task has been deleted. So yan, we have already set up our controller. Okay. So don't forget to use task para matawag yung model natin. So that's good. Okay na. Now after this, we can now set up our Laravel. VueJS. Okay. So VueJS, you can find it there, the files under resources. Okay. So VueJS will be discussed on the next video.